Hello. How are you guys doing? Oh. It's your Thursday today. It's my Wednesday. It is beautiful outside, blue skies, and I am on my way to go meet with my friend Valerie for lunch. We are going to Ruth's Cafe, which is one of my favorite little restaurants. And I'm gonna get a grilled cheese and hopefully a cup of soup, depending on what kind of soup they have. I hope they don't have clam chowder. Whenever I'm like in the mood for soup and I go somewhere and I'm like, what's your soup today? And they're like, clam chowder. I'm like, oh, because I don't eat fish. I don't like clam chowder. So, I love their corn chowder, but I think Mondays are their corn chowder day. So, we'll see whatever they have. If not, I'll get something else. Maybe I'll get a little side salad or something. I'm excited about it. And yeah, I've just been kind of driving around doing stuff. Last night was not good with PP. The last 2 nights, he's gotten really, really sick late at night. Vomiting everywhere. Real anxious. Can't go to sleep. Last night was horrible. I really was very worried last night about... I didn't understand. Like, it just kept on, like, he just kept on vomiting, and then he'd seem a little bit better, and Alex was asleep, and the night before, like, Alex had stayed up with him, and he just is so scared when it's going on. But then this morning I woke up and he's completely fine, so I don't know. You know, we've been giving him chicken and rice, and the vet said that was totally fine. She's like, at this stage, I'd just rather him eat something, you know, that he likes. So I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know if maybe he just, like, got something, and then that's why he's sick for a day or two, and I'm thinking that it's something else, but it makes me very, very worried. And I was reading about, like dogs that have heart failure and stuff, and it was saying that their digestive tracts are one of the things that start to go at the end. And I don't know, it's weird, like, when I read, like, the symptoms of, like, late stage heart disease for dogs, or whatever, you know, heart failure. It's called something. It starts with I don't know, it starts with a C, but anyway, like, some of the symptoms he has, but other of the symptoms he doesn't have. And so, but, you know, like, when you're in the middle of it, and he's going out, like, he had to go outside, like, literally, like, every 5 minutes, and he was peeing outside, and then he'd come back inside, and he'd drink a bunch of water, and then I think he was hungry, because he kept on kind of, like, begging for treats last night, and I think he was hungry because he had, like, vomited up everything that he had eaten. And I, like, walked into the bedroom last night, because I finished my audiobook, and I walked into the bedroom, and it was like he had, and it's weird too, it's like whitish yellow, it's like bile, and he had, like, vomited all over, like, the bathroom, and, like, in the area around, like, where he jumps down off the bed. And then I took him outside, and he vomited outside, he vomited inside by the door, and poor little guy. I just feel so bad for him. But then today, I woke up, and he was, like, standing on the bed, and he was, like, looking at me, and he was completely back to normal. So I don't know. Fingers crossed and praying. But, like, Alex was asking me, he's like, do you think he's in pain? And he didn't seem like he was in pain last night. I mean, he didn't seem like he was having a lot of fun, but he didn't seem like he was in pain, you know what I mean? Like, and the other thing is that it talks about, like, dogs and, like, late stage heart failure being really lethargic. He isn't, like, Alex. PP has always been a dog that's tired. Like, he just lays around a lot and sleeps, but he doesn't seem lethargic to me. Like, when Boo and Tucker want to go outside, like, he goes outside and, like, he can walk around forever outside, and like, he'll come inside and just kind of walk around the kitchen, and I mean, he doesn't seem like super lethargic. So I don't know, like, I don't know, but we're gonna see how tonight goes, and how he does with the food. And if he vomits again, then I'm calling the vet tomorrow. But I don't really know what else we can feed him, you know what I mean? So anyway, what is this place? Nothing but cakes. Oh my God, how cute is that? It's not even open yet. So, or is it? I might want a bundt cake. Oh my God, how adorable is that? My mom used to love bundt cakes back in the day. I'm so hungry, I can't even tell you how hungry I am. I trimmed my beard yesterday and it already looks unruly. Is she here? I don't see her car yet. Is that her car? Is that her car? Oh, I got a really nice parking space. Okay. Well, this is oh, there she is. Right, there's her car. Okay, I'm gonna get off here and go in for lunch. And I will see you guys back a little bit later. Say hi to Valerie in my comment section below. Everybody say, hey, Valerie. Okay, I'm back. We had a great lunch. She had a bowl of tomato basil, and I had a cup of tomato basil and grilled cheese, but she wasn't very hungry. So Valerie didn't eat much of her soup, so guess what? I ate the rest of the soup. And then we went across the street to the mall, because I wanted to get this Aveda shampoo and conditioner. So I got the Aveda Blue Malva shampoo. It can be for blonde or blue hair. What does it say on the back? But I use it for blonde or blue hair. With the white, it takes out the brassiness for me. Yeah, Blue Malva shampoo neutralizes brassy tones and shades of hair and adds silvery brightness to your gray hair. So I got the shampoo, but they didn't have the conditioner. So they called over to the school, and I came over here and I got the conditioner. Valerie went with me to the mall the first time out. And then here's my to-go cup, my little to-go cup. And I walked in. This girl that was working there was like, oh, she's like, I know you. And I was like, you know me? She's like, I watch all your videos. I was like, you do? So she was like, oh my God. She was like, her name is Lori. So hey, Lori. She and her sister moved here from California. And she said, we've been trying to figure out where you go eat brunch. And so I was telling her, she was so sweet. She's like, can I get a picture with you? I was like, of course you can get a picture with me. And she was like, does this happen to you all the time? I said, this never happens to me. Valerie's like, this never happens to him. I was like, it doesn't. And then Valerie's like, even though he's YouTube famous. I said, Valerie, cut it. But that was fun, and now I'm going to Costco to get PP's meds, his vet medin. So that was good. Fun little afternoon. I have like all of these videos that I wanted to make today, but honestly, I got really tired after lunch. I don't know if it was the grilled cheese or the bowl and a half of tomato soup, but I got so tired after lunch. I'm like, you know what, I think I just want to kind of enjoy my dogs today and reading, because it's Spookathon, and I started reading I started a new audiobook last night, and then it's called Campfire. I don't know anything about it. And then about this family in the woods. It kind of seems like Wrong Turn-ish a little bit. But then I started reading Clue, the graphic novel, and I was like, what is going on in is that my stomach? And it was my phone. My text was in my pocket. Let me pull into after I just got out of the thing here. Mel. Hey, Mel. The book club assistant. The book club assistant. But yeah, I don't know. I'll have to see how I feel when I get home. Or I may take a nap and then film videos. I don't know. Alex, this is his late night that he goes out to dinner usually with his friend. So it just kind of depends. But I'm kind of just like so relaxed and so peaceful today. I just don't feel like doing a whole lot. And I'm like, and it's already late in the day. It's like 4 o'clock. So I'm like, well, maybe tomorrow I'll get up and start my day fresh and get a coffee and just bump out videos on all my channels. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Maybe even do 2 review videos tomorrow on my review channel. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. It's like I really want to make videos, but at the same time, like I don't want it to be like a rush job, you know? I want to enjoy doing it. So, just run some errands. I may go over here in a second and stop by and visit Tanya and at the kennel after I get PP's meds. And yeah, I just got on Twitter a second ago. I haven't even been watching, to be honest, like my Social Blade or any of that kind of stuff, so I don't really like, I know that I'm losing subscribers, but I don't really know like how much, you know? But people were like saying that like, I saw some tweets that I was tagged in that I supposedly bought subscribers. So let me just put this out there in the universe, and I've said this since I started YouTube. I think people that buy subscribers and buy views on YouTube are pathetic. And I'll stand by that till the end of time. So I don't know if somebody bought that for my channel, but I think it's pathetic, and I would never do that for my own channel. It has nothing to do with the money or anything spent. It's that when I look at that channel, no matter if it's good or if it's bad, I want to know that what is on there is a signature of me and what I've done. So I would never buy subs or views, and I don't care who believes that. I mean, that's just anybody that has talked to me or been friends with me on YouTube knows I feel that way, because I've had conversations about that with many other YouTubers, and I'm always like, I think it's pathetic. Like, why would you do that? Like, why wouldn't you just let your channel stand for what it is? I mean, I know booktubers, and maybe it's because I come from a booktube community, but I know booktubers that have 70 subscribers, and they're really proud of those 70 subscribers, as they should be, you know? And they're really proud of putting out videos every day that get 30 to 50 views, as they should be. Some of my proudest videos that I've ever done on all of my channels are some of my least viewed videos. So that doesn't mean anything to me. It's about what I put into it and what I do, you know? I think my most viewed video that I've ever done was about Jaclyn Hill. Like, that video means very little to me in the context of talking about, like, you know, stories I've told on my vlog. Like, I don't know, I've just had some really meaningful moments on. So no, I think that's a ridiculous accusation, but let me chomp that gum. I doubt that would drive him crazy. All right, you guys, I'm gonna run into Costco. I'll be back in a little while. That was quick, wasn't it? A lot quicker for you. I went and got PP's medication. It was $37.15. That's what you gotta do, though. It's one of 3 meds that he takes. So I guess it's not 39 like I said the other night. But they have a lot of great stuff in there right now. They have these North Face like winter coats with like hoods on them. They're really nice. They're very plain though. But they're $139. Which I was like looking at them and I was like, I mean, not to get one because I don't need one since I just got this coat, but I was like, is this even that good of a deal? Like, honestly, like, could you go into North Face or one of these other places and get a sale? Like, I almost kind of feel like you could get a jacket on sale for better than... I feel like people like don't watch at all, like when they're just... It would be like the perfect day to go to like the pumpkin patch because it's not really that cold outside. It's 57. Would you guys go to the pumpkin patch where you live? In Indiana, it's really fun. We used to go every year, but like usually it gets really muddy outside. I feel like a couple years ago we went with Alex's mom and Alex's cousin and his wife and their 2 kids, and Carlos and Liliana. That must have been before Carlita or Sebastian was born, so that means Carlitos would have been about 2 at the time, because I can remember Liliana was pregnant. And that was fun. We got apple cider and picked pumpkins and went on a hayride. I love all that stuff. I can't believe the leaves still haven't changed. I was like driving down the street the other day and this one tree had like completely changed. Like literally overnight. It was like orange. But everything else is green, green, green. I'm excited to see Halloween this week. The new one. Anyway, I'm trying to decide if I want to go visit Tanya or not. It's literally like 5 minutes from where I'm at. I gotta mail a package. I'm gonna run into the post office really quick. And then, after that, what time is it? I don't even know what time it is. My phone is in my pocket again. I'm not used to wearing a coat, can you tell? It's 4:19. See, it's kind of late for me to go home and take a shower and get started making videos and stuff. It's so pretty. Well, I guess some of those trees are starting to change a little bit, but not really. I mean, because I'm looking for it, I notice it, but not noticeably. If you guys have never been like to the East Coast or the Midwest when the weather changes, like the leaves are absolutely beautiful. I mean, like unbelievably beautiful. It's one of my favorite things. It's interesting, like when you say like, what's your favorite season? Well, forever, you know, autumn was my favorite season. Fall. And part of that was the leaves changing and all this kind of stuff, right? Or just the month of October I love. But then the month of October happens, and it's halfway over, and all those things I love have kind of like happened, and I've taken them for granted instead of just relaxing and taking it in and enjoying it, you know? I've been really practicing lately, like being present in the moment and just enjoying the moment. And I think because I'm so ADHD and I'm always a planner and I'm all over it's hard for me. It's like even like me now thinking about like, okay, the next thing I'm gonna do, instead of just really enjoying the moment and being present, if that makes sense. So anyway. Well, I think I'm going to get off here and listen to a little bit of my audiobook to stay present. So, I will be back a little bit later, guys. Hello. I've been driving around listening to my new audiobook, Campfire, which I'm trying to get into a little bit. Oh, turn the light on. It's not bad. It's pretty good, actually. I mean, it's cheesy, but it's definitely like young adult, and I didn't know that when I got it, but it's okay. It's like, what do you call it? Not produced because it's a book, but it feels that way. Co-signed by James Patterson. So I thought it was going to be like a James Patterson kind of like scary book, which he hadn't really done, and it's not that. So, but whatever, it's okay. I am on my way to go get a Diet Coke, and then I want to run to Walmart because there's a couple things that I need to get. So that is the plan for right now. I had a really, really great day today. I, hung out with my friend Valerie for a while, and then after I got a little shopping done of just some things that I needed, I went to I came home, and it was really good for me to take a day off today and just kind of relax with the dogs. I read for a long time at home, and then the dogs and I PB and Alex, they're one person. Alex worked late, and then he went with his friend, and they went out to dinner to this place. They didn't get to dinner till like 9 o'clock. Anyway, so PB seems okay tonight. Alex said he didn't vomit or anything, and I had fed them, so we'll see. I hope he's okay. And then I did a live stream, and yeah, and then after that, I just I've been like hanging out, listening. Well, I read for a little bit at home, and then I left to go listen to my audiobook. And that's been my day. It's been really nice. I ate brunch at we went there at 2:15, something like that, and I just haven't been real hungry since then. So it's been a good day. My goal for starting next week is to get back on my writing schedule. I'd like to really get my book done by the end of November. That's my goal. And so I've been, kind of doing a day, then putting off 3, and so my goal is to really get some stuff done here in the next month. It's nice out tonight. It's oh my god, it's 38 degrees. We have snow forecasted for later in the week, and I'm like, seriously, I cannot believe that we're gonna have snow. But we usually get like really cold weather sometime in October, like I said, and then it kind of like in November we might have like warmer weather again. I remember as a kid trick-or-treating to like when it was snowing outside, and we would have to wear long underwear and coats and stuff, and it's no fun to trick-or-treat with a what do you call it, on a coat over your costume. That is no fun. It's funny when I love Halloween so much, but when I think back, I can't think of like a lot of the costumes that I had for Halloween. I remember like my costumes as like adults. A couple years ago, I went as a skier. God, a couple years ago. It's probably like 6 or 7 years ago now. And then I went as, I can't remember, truck driver one year. God, back in the day, I went as a hippie like all the time. That was always my go-to costume. I had like this long fringe vest, and then I love beaded necklaces anyway, so I just throw in some beaded necklaces and wear like a bandana, and I was a hippie. Peace. I was listening to a lot of Judy Collins earlier. I don't know why, but like today I've been like thinking back on like a lot of the music that I grew up with. Mel, my book club assistant, she texted me and told me that Stevie Nicks was nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, as she should be. Alex got home late tonight, so we didn't watch American Horror Story. We're going to watch it tomorrow night. It's kind of becoming our Thursday night. Like, he really enjoys going out to dinner with his friend that he works with. So, like, I don't want to make him, like, have to come home early on Wednesdays just so we can watch a TV show that we can wait till the very next day and watch anyway, So, yeah. We're going to do that tomorrow night, and then probably get something to eat. And then Friday, because he gets off early tomorrow, and then Friday we have this like fundraiser thing that we're going to with this friend, and then Halloween that night. I'm so excited. And then next week, Tanya and I are going to see Teresa Caputo, the Long Island Medium. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. It's like there's nobody out. It's not even that late. It's like, I don't even know what time it is. Oh, I guess it is kind of late. It's 2 o'clock. Well, what time did I get to my... I guess I did listen to my audiobook for like an hour and a half. I think I listened to it like an hour. I've been, like, the whole time that I've been driving around, I've been, like, dying to get something to drink. And I was like, no, I'll just wait until I'm on my vlog. That's kind of a vlogging thing for me to do. yeah, it was a good day. And like, what's weird is like taking a day off, like from making videos, which was really 2 days off because the day before I had videos that I posted yesterday, so I didn't, like, it's really been 2 days. I'm like ready to get back and make some videos. Like, I miss it. So I'm ready to do that. Do you know what I'm craving right now, and I don't even know why? Cheese fries. I'm so hungry for cheese fries right now. Alex and I used to go to Denny's. If you go to Denny's, you have to get the they're called seasoned fries, but we used to get the loaded seasoned fries there with like bacon and stuff on them, and then we would dip them in ranch. They were so good. You know, it's interesting. I was thinking about this today in like regards to being a vegetarian. Because I had this moment today where I was like, am I really even like emotionally that invested in being a vegetarian anymore? Or is it just like, I'm so afraid of like not doing it? Like, I'll feel like I let myself down. And you know what was interesting was, in my head, like, I kind of, because I know to people that like are not vegetarians, it probably doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but when you are, it really seems like a big deal, you know, like, I don't know, I'm kind of almost just like, you know, repulsed from the whole idea of, is that the right word? No. I'm kind of like just turned off by the whole idea of eating meat, but at the same time, like, I wouldn't say I get cravings for it, but I'm like, I question like why I'm doing it, if that makes sense. You know, it started off as this health thing, and then it turned into this, me doing it because, like, I couldn't eat my pets, and that was really what I thought. But I have to say that, like, honestly, on most days, I don't think that way anyway. So it's not like I feel like, I don't know, like, I feel like, what am I doing it for? You know, like, am I helping anything out? Is me being a vegetarian helping the world at all? If it's not, and I miss meat, why not eat meat? This is where all the people come in and they're like, he's gonna eat meat, he's gonna... And then, you know, like... And so, but anyway, this is where it went in my head. I was like, this is a lot like alcoholism. Like, it really is, you know? Because, like, when you're sober and you think, like, about drinking, it's like... I would say not now, like, not where I'm at in my sobriety now, but, like, let's say where I, like, a year and a half sober, like, because I'm a year and a half as a vegetarian, you know, like, there would be times when I would think to myself, because my life had changed, but it hadn't changed that much, you know? I would think to myself, like, I turned the heat off and now it's cold in here. It did raise the temperature, though. It's now 39. Was it 38 or was it 39 before? But anyway, you know, I would think to myself, like, I feel like, okay, so I guess what I'm saying is my tape for drinking and using drugs has, like, gotten a lot shorter. It's like now I'm like, drink or drug, lose everything I have, and my life is completely different. And so it's like my tape goes real quick, if that makes sense. Do you guys know what I mean? Like the tape in my head. Whereas before, it was like, well, you could drink and then, like, nobody would know and you could lock your door and not go out. This is before cell phones. You know, you could unplug your cell phone, or you could unplug your phone and, you know, like, hide it somewhere, and then you could drink and bolt your door, and then nobody would. I mean, this is kind of the methodical thinking that an alcoholic and an addict goes through. If you don't think they do, they really do. I've, like, lost another pound. I'm starting to kind of be able to tell it in my face a little bit. But, and so I was like, you know, I'd be like, think that through, and then I'd be like, and this is the whole time, all of that, this is going on, I really should be picking up the phone and calling somebody, right? So I'm, you know, thinking this, and then I'm like, but if I drink, then the next day, you know, like, I'll have let myself down, and then my dad will find out, and then my mom will find out, and, you know, then I'll lose my boyfriend, and, you know, then I'll lose my family and everybody that care, on and on and on. And so that's the tape running through, right? Well, like, as you get, I feel like, longer in sobriety, that tape becomes very quick, you know? And, you know, even, it's not even so much like drink and use drugs, lose everything I have. Today, it's kind of like drink and use drugs, and like the next thought is, and I don't want that kind of life. I have no desire to have what I had back then. I had nothing back then, you know? And what I have today as a benefit of sobriety is fantastic. But I think for some reason, like the vegetarianism is like, I can't see that for some reason. Like, I can't see the benefits of it. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, other than it just being difficult when I go places. Do I feel better? I mean, I guess, yeah, you know, like, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain what I think about it sometimes. You know, it's weird, in early sobriety, like my first 5 years, I had drinking dreams, using dreams, which are really, really common. And it's actually something that newcomers bring up a lot. And it's where you have a dream that you drank or that you used. Okay, I legit, back in the day, this is a true story, I would have dreams where I had drank the night before, and I would wake up and I thought I could smell alcohol on me. Like, serious. Like, I thought I could smell it on me. Like, I would, like, for the first minute, I would be like, did I really drink last night? Like I wouldn't remember from my dream, you know? Like, and then that turned into, like, that's very common that people have drinking and using dreams. And then that turned into, you know, I would have dreams where I was, like, out at a bar, and, like, somebody would say, like, have a drink, and I'd have one, and I'd be like, no, and then I'd be like, well, I could probably just have a beer, you know? And then the next thing I know is wasted drunk. Like, that's how my dreams started. But, like, over time, my dreams turned into, in my dream, I wouldn't remember, like, drinking or using drugs. I would wake up the next day and I would be suffering the consequences as a result of it. Like, my dad would be in my apartment. He'd be like, I don't really understand what happened, but, you know, you need to get out of the apartment. You are kicked out. I'm done with you. And, you know, like, my boyfriend would be breaking up with me. It was like, I would have all the consequences of it, if that makes sense. And, like, I haven't had a drinking or a using dream, and I mean, I bet it's 20 plus years. Well, I mean, my first 5 years, I had dreams that were sketchy. So what, 18 years, something like that, I haven't. 18, 19 years, I haven't. But after about 5 years, I never had them again. And I think a lot of people think, like, the misconception is that if you're having using dreams, that means you want to use. And that's not the case, you know? I mean, when you use for a long time, it's like, your mind is so just, like, figmented or fixated on having used for so long. I mean, that's where part of your, you know, mind thinks. I remember, like, my counselor when I was going through treatment, who still is a friend of mine today, and she would say to me, you know, like, every day that your sober person gets stronger on this side of you, the addict gets stronger as well, and is telling you that you need to use, and is, you know, the addict inside is trying to manipulate you and tell you that it's okay to use, and that's really the right thing to do. And for a long time, I really fought that, you know, like, I don't call it cravings, call it whatever you want, but I really fought that for a long time. It was really, really hard for me, you know, to, like, have these kind of back and forth conversations in my head, and I didn't really know what to do about it, you know? It was weird. I don't necessarily have that today at all, and I'm thankful for that, you know? I think that, like, that peace of mind and that serenity is part of what comes with staying sober, working steps, helping others, things like that, you know? I'm, like, in my head thinking about recovery stuff. My sponsor is speaking soon, and I'm like, I need to figure out the date. Tanya took the flyer when we were at the meeting on Tuesday, and she's like, don't forget, we've got to go hear her speak. And I was like, I know. And, but I need to call her, because I got some other stuff I want. She's fantastic. to get up really early tomorrow, but the thing that I had to go do in the morning ended up getting canceled, so I don't have to go do that anymore, which I'm thankful for. I'm gonna try to get up not too late tomorrow, and then I'm gonna try to film like my Peterisms video, my booktube vlog, and my review video for the movie, and then like go and get some stuff done, and then watch. I haven't watched Shane Dawson's. I might watch it tonight when I get home. I haven't watched the 7th part of his series, and then he's putting out the 8th part tomorrow, which is like 2 hours long. So I have to make those videos. I don't know if I'm going to combine it all together or if I'm going to make 2 separate videos reacting to the Shane Dawson thing. We'll see. That storage company must have like a heating system or something. It looked like it was like, had a chimney coming out of the top of it. I have so much change in here, you guys. I know I have $1.05 tonight. I don't have any cash, but I know that I have enough change in there. I have so much change. I've been cleaning out change from everywhere and just throwing it in my car so I can get a fountain pop when I go through McDonald's. Isn't that so funny? I got so scared about little pee-pee last night. I almost didn't really want to talk about it a whole lot earlier on here today, but I mean, I honestly, like at one point he was shaking so bad in bed, and I think like because he had vomited so much, it just like really wore his little body out. And today, it was crazy. Today he was like jumping around in the yard, and it was fine. And like I came in to like take them out, and he was like, "Arr, arr, arr." And he was like he was a puppy again, you know? And Alex said, well, maybe it doesn't have, because I started thinking, well, you know, of course I get on the Google, and which you shouldn't do, and I started like seeing that, oh, it was his digestive system failing, and on and on and on. And then I was like, and then Alex said today, he was like, his friend that he works with, she has little dogs too, and she said that one of her dogs had a stomach virus, and he was like, could it just be a stomach virus? And I was like, well, it could. You know what I mean? I told PP last night in bed while I was bawling my eyes out, holding him. I said, buddy, I'm going to do everything in my power to keep you alive as long as possible, because you're my best friend in the whole world. He is too. $1, what is it, $1.08? I just dropped my 2 quarters in here that I had. Here's my Mega Millions ticket. I did not win, but I did win $4. $4 and $2. Here's my to-go cup. There's actually a trash can right there, so let me go throw that away really quick. Ugh. Okay. Sweet Caroline, bum bum bum. Oh my God, a Big Mac sounds so good. Large Diet Coke. Big Mac, filet of fish, quarter pounder, French fries, acid Coke, thick shakes, and apple pies. Can I get a large Diet Coke, please?
Oh, I'm sorry, we are out of diet.
You're kidding me.
I am not. They're supposed to fix it. I don't know what happened.
Do you have everything else?
Nothing diet.
Do you have Dr. Pepper?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have a large Dr. Pepper.
Okay, is that all for you?
Yep, that's it.
108 for dinner, thank you.
You know what? I was kind of craving a Dr. Pepper anyway. When God hands you lemons, make Dr. Pepper. Hi. I think this is 108. Your jacket looks so warm and snuggly.
It's not warm.
It's not warm.
No.
Aww.
I know, it's like, come on.
Is right? Okay. Have a good one. I would hate to work in the drive-thru window tonight. These people are always like so cheerful and so happy, you know? And it's like it's so cold outside. Wouldn't you hate to like work in the window? And every time I was going into PetSmart the other day to get, I was asking them if they had like hard dog food. If anybody knows what this is, could you help me? I don't know why I didn't just ask on here because you guys always know everything, but I was asking if they had like hard dog food because we're like keeping hard dog food out for like Boo and Tucker now. PB eats it sometimes, but not much. Just like real bland hard dog food because Boo Radley loves it, and then it keeps some weight on him in between meals. If that makes sense, he can come and eat it when he wants. But for PB's teeth, if we had hard food that was a little chewier, if that makes sense, then that would be great because like he could eat that too. Because I think the hard food is really hard on his little teeth. Hey. Thank you so much. Now she did have a warm jacket on. A pink warm jacket. But if Pee-Pee had, like if we could get some like dog food that was like hard, I should just go this way, shouldn't? No, I don't want to go over all those speed bumps. Do you hate that when you drive through a parking lot and then you have to go through like 50 speed bumps? I do, I hate that. I was like, no, I'm just gonna do it anyway for the vlog. Do it for the vlog! Do it for the vlog! Do it for the vlog! But I'm not going to. But then PB could eat like some of the hard food too. You know what I mean? When it's just sitting out. I will tell you what I think also is that like PB almost snubs his nose now at those. Where is that? He almost snubs his nose now at those pumpkin treats that I bought. Like at first, they loved them, but I think they like mess with their stomach or something. And you know what is so funny to me is, so many people told me that their dogs love pumpkin stuff. And I was like, well, that is so weird, like that people just give their dog, like Tanya even said that people give their dogs just pumpkin, they mix it in with stuff, you know? And I guess it's kind of healthy for dogs, but for some reason, PP doesn't like the pumpkin snacks. I don't know. Oh, I'm pulling into Walmart and it's about to stop. So, I will be back here in... Okay, I'm back. Wasn't that a long time? Do you guys want to see some of the things I bought? Okay, well, some of the things you can see, but some of the things you can't, because it was for the review. So, first of all, I ended up buying one of these little pumpkin pies again. And you remember I was telling you on here that it tastes different than a pumpkin pie? I looked on here and it says pumpkin cake. So, I guess that's why it's different than a pumpkin pie. And then, can I show you anything else in here? No, I cannot. Those are all secrets to be reviewed. Okay, and then, you guys are going to be so excited. They have this at Walmart if you want to go get it. Well, they have all this stuff at Walmart, obviously, that I'm showing you, but yes, I'm getting a little ready for Christmas, but this is not Christmas. I was talking about how I wanted some apple cider, and they have apple cider in there, but look what they have that's even better. Pumpkin spice apple cider. Can you even believe it? I'm so excited. So I'm gonna have some of that when I get home with my pumpkin pie. But then I bought these two, because you know I love my iced coffee. So I bought these two. They were $12.62, and they're Starbucks mugs. Do you see, like glasses, but they're like glitter. Do you see? And I can just have them refilled, see? And then I got a red one. Oh my God, for Christmas. I mean, the gold one could just be all the time because I'm golden. But the red one is like glitter too. See, and then you just take them off. I think these are Trentas. And you just take them off and they say Starbucks on the side. They had like really nice mugs that are like mugs that have tops on them, but they are glass. And I was like, I'm a little afraid to get these because, let me see if these fit right into my... I mean, why wouldn't they fit into my cup holder, right? Oh, they fit perfect. But I was a little afraid to get the glass ones because I was like, I mean, I don't want to take them with me in the car and stuff like that because if I do, put these back here. If I do, then, it's hot in here. these glass ones were like really nice, and they were kind of Christmassy. Some of them were white and just said Starbucks on them. Some of them were black and said Starbucks and white. But like the cover of them was like plastic. If you know, do you know what I mean? Do you understand? I don't know that I even understand. So, okay, let's do a little circle. I'm probably not going to vlog for super long tonight. 24 minutes and then 15 minutes, I think, was earlier. Something about 15. I did like 3 little segments. So what is that? 24, 34, 40. Something like 40. About 40 minutes, I think I vlogged. So I'll vlog for another little segment and then and do a little circle. And then I'm going to listen to my audiobook because it's Spookathon week. I guess I need to turn the light on, don't I? I don't even have the remote behind here. I was saying that my face looked thinner earlier. Now it surely doesn't, and don't call me Shirley. My dad used to make me watch all those stupid movies back in the day. This Sam's Bar and Grill, we used to go there after meetings on Tuesday night, and there's like people sitting out here on the picnic table, like partying. I'm like, what time is it? 2:46. I wasn't in Walmart very long. There was nobody in there. I went down and thought this was a Diet Coke, and it's a Dr. Pepper, and can I just tell you that it tastes so delicious? Not as delicious as a grilled cheese would taste from Steak and Shake, but... And it is open tonight. It kind of looks like it's open, but there's nobody there. Well, there's no piece of paper on the thing, so... They must not be closed tonight. Do I have anything in? Well, I had a grilled cheese earlier. God, that grilled cheese was so good. The tomato basil soup. I just love grilled cheese and tomato soup so much. It's like one of my favorite foods in the entire world. I just love cheese. And I love macaroni and cheese. Maybe tomorrow night I'll make macaroni and cheese. I was telling my friend Valerie that I really wanted to go to Ruth's Cafe because they have like this really good grilled cheese, and she was like, well, they have one of the grilled cheeses that they have on there is like brie and apple, and she had it before. It's brie, apple, and something else, but it's not meat. I can't remember what the third thing is. But anyway, she was like, it's really good, you should get it. And I was like, no, like I want a grilled cheese. Like I don't want a gourmet fancy grilled cheese. And she was like, but you could just like make Velveeta and bread at home. I go, no, but see, like that's the problem. Like I can't, because I can't make a grilled cheese. And she's like, what do you mean? She's like, you just butter one side of, you know, a piece of bread and then you put it in the skillet. I go, right, I can't do that. Like I burn it. Like every time I burn it that I've tried. She's like, but it's so easy. I go, I know, everybody tells me out all the time, but I can't do it. So anyway, maybe one of these days I will accomplish the art of, what do you call it? The art of grilled cheesing. It's all an art, right? That's like how I find the titles for the vlogs. Every once in a while, somebody will be like, this vlog had nothing to do with what the title was. And I'm like, because I randomly go in there and just like, I'll pick literally one line out. Like the other day I called it something like, it was like, however I was going into like the store or something, and then I said I'll be back in a minute or whatever, and I called it something like, I don't remember what the vlog was called, but I said, it was at the gas station. It was right before, like I was getting gas, and whatever I said, I don't know why my passenger airbag is on. Probably because my bag is over here that I never took inside the house today. But that's how I pick them. Somebody commented on my video the other day, and they said some not very nice things, which whatever, on my vlog. But then they said at the end of it, and they said I've watched you for like a year, and then they criticize me about everything that they don't like about my vlog. Then why would you watch an hour-long vlog plus every night for a year? Okay, that is 365 hours that you have dedicated to somebody's life that you can't stand, right? But this is what the best part was about it, was that at the end, they said, and this isn't even a vlog. You're just driving around in a car. And I'm like, oh my God, you figured me out. It took you a year to figure out that this is me driving around in a car. Vlogging is literally video blogging. So it can be whatever I want it to be. It could be stream of consciousness. There were just 2 deer that ran off into the woods. It could be stream of that's right. They said, we agree with you. It could be stream of consciousness. It could be me sitting down there and talking about the art of writing a poem. Vlogging could be whatever you want it to be. Don't ever let anybody kill your dreams. And to the person out there that said that they've dedicated a year of their life watching my vlog and they can't do it anymore, and that they realize that it's just me driving around in a car, I release you of the responsibility of having to watch my hour-long vlog plus every night. And this minute was dedicated to you. To those of you out there that leave me the most wonderful comments and say things like, you probably just commented and said, oh my God, I don't know how to make a grilled cheese either. Or, Peter, I can't believe that you don't know how to make a grilled cheese. Come to my house, I'll teach you how to make a grilled cheese. Or, oh Peter, I just spit out my coffee. You're so funny and I love you. Thank you, thank you. That means I love to get those comments, and you guys brighten up my day. And I think, isn't that what the world is supposed to be about? Like brightening each other's day up a little bit? The other thing that I love is when somebody, like on my Peter Monn channel, like in the last week, they'll comment and they'll say, I don't know why I'm leaving this comment. It's going to be deleted in a minute anyway, or something like that. And then I'm like, I don't see the comment come up. Who was I just telling this to? Because this cracked my shut up today. Like, I don't delete comments, okay? Unless they're of threatening nature. I just don't. And to be honest with you, on my last video that I posted over there, I haven't really read a lot of the comments because to be honest, like, when I go through them, there's like 2 that are nice and there's 2 that are kind of like really, people have said some things over there that are like, I have never in my life have ever come out of my mouth that they've said to another person. I know y'all, like, not you guys out there, but I know that those people think that I'm not like maybe the best person in the world, which based on what they saw in a video. Okay. Come spend a day with me and see if that changes your mind. But I don't know where you learned in life that it's so wonderful to leave such horrible comments that are 100 times worse than anything that I have ever said. And I'm not excusing the things I've said. I'm just saying, my gosh, like, okay, well, I guess you needed to say that. But I don't delete comments over there. So what cracks me up is, like, I'll see a comment and somebody will say, yeah, this comment's going to be deleted in like 2 minutes. And I'll see it and it's been like 2 or 4 hours. And I'm like, hey, could you come back and say, oh, I guess he doesn't delete comments. Like, because it's been up for 4 hours now and he didn't delete it. Like, if I was going to delete comments, like, well, anyway, first of all, I do want to say this because I commented about it earlier about the buying subs thing. I guess it was a glitch on YouTube. Everybody else got the glitch that made them lose subscribers. I got the glitch that gave me subscribers, but don't worry about it. It took them right back. It took them right back. So, and it was just for 1 hour, but I saw that Keemstar tweeted something out about that. I thought that was kind of funny. I don't know, like, I just don't understand the whole idea of, like, going in and deleting comments. Like, where would you, like, what, if you were gonna do it, you would have to do, like, really, like, every nasty comment, and I really, to be honest with you, I like to focus on the nice comments, not the nasty comments, you know what I mean? At some point, you've kind of heard it all anyway, so it's kind of like, there's not really anything that anybody, I mean, like, in my live stream I said tonight, I said, yeah, like, in the last 2 days since that video has been up, like, I've received death threats. I have received death threats. Somebody sent me a message and said, better watch your back when you're going to your car to vlog at night. Like, seriously? But, you know, like, I don't think that that's because of one video. I don't think that's because of one thing. I think that, you know, I think that that's just the internet to some degree. And, I mean, you know, I knew that signing up. Like, some of this stuff, like, when I got on YouTube, like, I wasn't prepared for. But I knew people were going to be cruel. I knew that. I just, you know, like being on BookTube for so long, I just was like, before I started, I was on there, what, like 6 months before? Like, I wasn't ready for all that. You know, like BookTube is like, well, I don't agree with, like, the meanest comment you get over there is something like, well, I don't really agree with your opinion about such and such book, but let's just agree to disagree. Like, that's about as nasty as it gets over there. It's not really like, you know, ... you know, you're the most disgusting human being that ever graced the face of the earth kind of comments. But the comments that you guys give me and the messages, like I said earlier, I haven't gone into like Twitter a whole lot or any of my social media really, but I've gotten some like just absolutely amazing messages from you guys. You guys have just been so supportive and wonderful, and it means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. I don't even know how to explain it to you. It's like, you know, like I went into, when I was like into the Aveda store today, and this girl, like, you know, she was like, oh, whatever, oh my God. And we got talking about, like, I was like, what channel of mine do you watch? And she was like, I watch all your channels. And I was like, oh, you do? And she was like, yeah. And I was, she's like, I like anything. You just crack me up, and you're just, you know, she was saying very nice things. And I just kind of had this look on my face, and it's, I guess, because she was like, what's wrong? And it's been a lot lately, you know, there's just been a lot of stuff, and she was like, well, I love you, and she was like, my sister, we love your videos. And I looked at her and I said, you have no idea how bad I needed to hear that right now. Like, you know, have you ever just been like, and this isn't just about YouTube, I mean, this is about YouTube and my dog and some things I have going on with people, like friends of mine in recovery that I'm worried about, and, you know, just the holidays coming up, and, you know, not really having any solid plans, and kind of missing my family right now, and, you know, all of that stuff. And like, have you ever like been going through a hard time, and it's like one just random person can say something to you that just like, I mean, even just, and I think this is why it's so powerful to like pass on kind words and compliments to other people. Because can you ever just like, are you ever just like in the grocery store, and somebody will like, you'll just be standing there and you'll be like dazing out, you know, like in your own head, and somebody will look at you and they'll say, I really like your sweater. That sweater is so pretty. And you're like, oh, thank you. Like, and you go back and you think about the fact that you like picked that sweater out to wear that day because you knew it would make you feel a little bit better. And then it's just like that, even just that little bit just rises you up, just makes you feel a little bit better about yourself, you know? And, I think that's where I really want my energy to be, is in lifting people up, not tearing people down. But I think it's also like a daily personal choice that you have to make, like in everything that you do, and, you know, people have asked me a lot why, like, I'm not necessarily defending myself, but part of the problem is if I do, like, I would have to, it would just come across as, I don't want to come across as ugly. I just want to move on, you know? And the other thing is, and like, at the end, a month down the road, 3 months down the road, 6 months down the road, those people that have chosen to stay and watch my videos because they feel like they know me, like, to be honest with you, at whatever expense, those are the people that I really want watching my videos anyway, you know? That's what it, you know, that's why I make these videos, you know, for the people that share your personal lives with me, like, you know, Amy and Letty and, you know, Autumn and all these people. Like, there's so many of you, you know, that have shared your lives with me and still do, like, on a daily basis. And I think easily this channel has become my favorite. And it's also become kind of like my sanctuary a little bit in the last 4 to 5 weeks. I don't know. I love it, you know? But, like, just hearing her say that today and get so excited that I walked in this store. Like, who? Me? I mean, I'm like nobody, right? And, like, you know, I mean, I know inside myself I'm somebody, but I mean, like, in the grand scheme of things, right? And so she got so excited about it, and I was like, and I was already in a good mood because of Valerie, and then, like, that just, like, I don't know, it just brightened my day. It was nice, you know? And I think, like, we can make somebody feel special every day. It doesn't even take something to go outside of ourselves to do that. And she did that for me today, you know? And isn't that a wonderful feeling when we make somebody feel special about themselves, when we make them feel good about themselves? You know, somebody said to me, they sent me a message and they said something, like, I've gotten a lot of messages from people saying, like, you know, you're dealing with a lot of people that are younger and whatever. And that might be true, but I feel like I know a lot of younger people that are pretty mature. And so I don't know that I necessarily think that's the thing. But I will say this, you know, when I was younger, I was definitely a little bit more about getting vengeance or, you know, and making somebody feel the way. I mean, if I went through a horrible breakup or something, I wanted that person to feel the way that I did. And I don't feel that way today, you know? I feel like, well, here again, I've been offered an opportunity for growth, and shit happens in the world, and it's not always cherries and lollipops, you know? And the sooner, Peter, you figure that out, the sooner you get to enjoy the wonderful moments, because you got to acknowledge that shit's going to happen in life, right? And, you know, on that video that I made where I totally, in that video, I said, I'm not a victim. I can stand on my own 2 feet. Literally, about every 5th comment is somebody saying to me that I'm a victim. And I'm like, I said in the video that I'm not a victim. I knew what I was signing myself up for. Excuse me, on YouTube. I knew that. Did I know to the extent of the cruelty? I had no clue. I had absolutely no clue. But, you know, I mean, what's my part in that? My part is that I signed up for it. My part is that, you know, I mean, I have a lot of part in it, and you know what? And the reason I won't get on video and talk about it, because those are things that I'm working out with my sponsor and my counselor, and they're private to me. And if at some point I decide that I want to get on camera and talk about them, I will. But you know, the other thing is it's like all these people demanding things from me, and it's like I share so much of my life. I've shared so much of my life. When I have shared more of myself on my 5 YouTube channels, with the recent one just being new, than any of these YouTubers have shared. Period. End of story. You know? And that's fine. And I'm not going to stop doing that. I'm not going to pull back. I'm not, you know? I like doing this. I love sharing the stories of my life with you guys. And, you know, you guys being like, oh my God, I used to do that when I was, you know, growing up too. Or, you know, oh, my husband and I went on vacation at the same place as you know, like Renee sending me pictures. And, you know, it's like, I love all of that. Like, that makes me so happy, you know? That connectiveness. Well, that's like, you know, every rose has its thorn. I mean, there's thorns to every rose. Let's just be for real, right? I don't know. I think you get that as you get older a little bit. You do. I mean, maybe not as you get older, but as you've gone through some shit, you realize it's just part of all of it, right? Does it suck? Sure. But, like, I also feel inside, like, today I'm not where I was a week ago. And today I'm not where I definitely was. I'm definitely not where I was 2 to 4 weeks ago. You know, I kind of get up today and I'm like, okay, well, if I want to make videos, I'm going to make videos today. And I try to respond to a couple people that send me nice messages because I think that's awesome that they take the time out to do that. But I can't, I mean, I've gotten so many messages from people being so supportive that I can't get to all of them. But you guys are like, what are you talking about? Stop rambling on about this. I know, right? Did you guys go to Aldi? This is the kind of shit that I talk about. And then you guys are like, I love Aldi. Okay. I have so many people in my life that talk about Aldi. I have never been to this grocery store, Aldi. People swear and swear and swear. Is it like just an Indiana or a Midwest thing? I have this friend of mine, and she's like younger. She's probably, I don't know, in her late 20s in recovery. She's obsessed with Aldi. She talks about how she goes there. She's like, you know, like when you go to the grocery store and you can spend like $300? I'm like, okay, first of all, I would never spend $300 at the grocery store. She's like, but you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, yeah, I get what you're saying. She's like, well, you can like get everything that you would get at a regular grocery store at Aldi for like $75, but not 30, but not, instead of spending 300, you spend 75. She's like, but it's all generic. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, but if you don't care about it being generic, she's like, it's just, you save so much money. And I'm like, so you got $300 worth of food for 75. She's like, yeah, can you even believe it? She cracks me up. She's like, you gotta go. And they just opened a new one. That one over there that I just passed, it's been open for a while. But there's another one that opened in Nora, which is like close to us. So I've been meaning to like go, but I just haven't done it yet. I don't know. Another place that I need to go to spend money, right? I need to spend money not, because I'm like looking down at my purchases down here. Oh, it's gonna stop again. Okay, well, I'll be back in just a second. It's gonna stop, it's gonna, and then it stopped. Oh gosh. This place is called Flat Out, and I keep on wondering what it's called, but by the time I get here, I can't see the underneath of the sign where it says, oh, Flat Out Motorsports, it says. It's the first time I've seen that. That Dr. Pepper is so delicious. It is so good. I think that was supposed to happen. I think I was supposed to not have, they were supposed to not have Diet Coke tonight, so I would get a Dr. Pepper. I will say this too. Maybe it's just all the fountain drinks from McDonald's. But their Dr. Pepper is really crisp. Which is how I explain the Diet Coke too. But like it really is. It's really crisp and it tastes delicious. It's one of the best Dr. Peppers I've had. When we went to go eat today, I usually always get coffee at Roost Cafe, but for some reason today I was craving like a fountain, or like some kind of, you know, fountain drink. And I said, what soft drinks do you have? She's like, Coke products, which I never know what that means, honestly. I'm getting better at it, but I don't usually know what that means. Isn't Dr. Pepper a Pepsi product, or am I wrong? Anyway, so I said, oh, would you have root beer? And she goes, we do. She goes, Barks. And I don't love Barks root beer. And I said, and she goes, it's in a bottle. I go, is it in a bottle? And she goes, yeah. And I said, oh, I guess I'll just have a Coke. And then she brings me out, well, this other girl brings me out this Coke, and it said Bestie on it. And it was a bottle. And she goes, here you go, Bestie. I thought that was kind of cute. But I was like, oh, if I had known that, I would have just got coffee. Like, I didn't want a bottle. I wanted... It doesn't matter anyway. But then she gave me that to-go cup because she was like, they were almost they were like closing, and so they were going to throw out the coffee. And she's like, do you want a to-go cup? I was like, yeah, sure. Why not? When offered a to-go cup in life, you always say yes. Always say yes. Always say yes. My toes are kind of cold. How cold is it now? 36. And I have on Birkenstock sandals, you guys. When I was in high school, I would wear Birkenstock sandals a lot too. And I think I got my first pair like at 16 or 17. I got them at... If you live in Phoenix, Arizona, my friend used to live in Mesa, and I used to go visit him. And he was like my one friend that I had growing up. And so he and his family lived in Mesa. They moved to Mesa. And we went to like the college, I don't know what it's called. College, it's like all these shops, but they also have like coffee shops and stuff like that. So anyway, we went there, and they had a Birkenstock store, and I got a pair of Birkenstocks, and I used to wear them with like really thick wool socks in the wintertime to school and stuff like that. I thought it looked so cool. I thought it was kind of a hippie. And then I grew my hair out real long, and then I thought I was even more of a hippie. And then I had hair wraps in my hair, and I had a little dread at one point. And I used to say hippie is a state of mind. That was when I cut my hair short, and I still wanted to be a hippie, but I didn't have long hair. I don't miss my hair being long at all. I don't know why I kept it long as I did. It was so long at one point, and all I ever did was, there was this guy that works at Patashu, and he's a hairstylist, actually. He's like in hair school, and he's really nice, and Alex is always talking to him, because this guy is like, I think he's from Mexico, and so they were always speaking Spanish to each other. But the guy has like longer hair, and he always wears it like in a loose bun. He's real nice. And so I was getting coffee, and I was talking to him like 2 weeks ago, and I said, I used to have really long hair too, and I used to wear it in like a low bun like that. And he was like, you did? And I was like, yeah. I said, this is like years ago, because I would always like pull it back into like a little low bun, and I would stick like pencils and stuff through it, and that's how my hair was so thick. I should show a picture on here. Have I ever done that before when I had really long hair? But anyway, I would part it down the middle and tuck it behind my ears, or wear it in a ponytail, or throw it in a little bun. I will never forget when I got my hair cut, and like being able to feel my head in the shower that night. My hair, I literally went from long hair to like this short hair, like in one haircut. It was so liberating. I cannot even tell you how liberating it was. Fair is fair. I felt like Legend of Billie Jean. No, I really did though. Do you guys know that movie with Helen Slater? Whatever happened to her? That was like her one great movie. Or was she Supergirl too? Maybe she was. I can't decide if I want to put the heat on or turn the heat off. It's so cold in here. All right, listen, you guys. I'm going to get off here and listen to my audiobook for a while. Are you having a good Thursday? Are you excited for the weekend? Oh my God. You know what this weekend is? Halloween comes out. Woo! And the goblins will get you if you don't watch out. All right, you guys. I love you, and I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.